Hello, and welcome into the 2021 Heart of America Athletic Conference Women's Media Day. I'm Nick Vasos, voice of the Kansas City Comets and the Major Arena Soccer League, as well as an anchor on Fox 4 here in Kansas City. Right now, we are delighted to be joined by Missouri Valley head coach Drew Hawkins. Coach, how are you? It's good to see you.
I'm great, Nick. How are you doing? Glad to be here and looking forward to speaking with you.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed visiting with all of the coaches in the Heart of America Conference, and I'm just so impressed by the level of play. All of the coaches talk about just how tough this conference is and how good it is in the NAIA. I'm curious how preseason has gone so far for you and your side up to this point.
I mean, so far so good. Preseason is going well. Just getting used to being around each other again, getting used to the new faces, getting used to, just people taking on maybe different roles, playing different positions, and just everybody kind of being back and, kind of going back in the full swing of things for the fall season. So we're all excited and just trying to kind of be ready for, a week at 7 days. So,
yeah. Last year, I mean, it was topsy-turvy, stop, start. And I'm wondering if it sort of prepared you for whatever may happen this year. If you overcame last year and now you're like, hey, we can overcome anything. I'm wondering how you transition from last year's crazy schedule, long season, to this year where it's maybe a little bit shorter in terms of preparation for your guys. What's it been like for you, Coach?
Yeah, I think it'll just be back to normal, but it won't feel normal for a little bit, right? Because it was a really extended season. Which was good and bad to be able to play all year and also extend. But I think, the players are just going to have to kind of adjust and kind of get back into the day-to-day kind of grind of the normal, 3-month season, depending if you make nationals, could be, 3.5-month season. But I think after what we did last year and what we accomplished and, stop and going, playing in the fall and then playing in the spring, I think that we'll be ready for the challenge for whatever it takes, and we'll be ready to go.
What do you hope to gain from your non-conference schedule that's about ready to kick off here real soon and last until September? What do you hope to get out of those games?
I think for us in our program, since I've been here, the number one thing is play as good a non-conference schedule as we can. Because our conference, I firmly believe, is one of the top 2-3, it's one of the best conferences in the NAIA for women's soccer. And I think last year we had 4 teams go to qualify for the national tournament. We had a couple teams win games and we had 1 team go to the final site. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I think it was a pretty good season for our conference and our coaches and our players. And so we always just strive at Missouri Valley to play one of the best schedules we can play. I think last year we played like the 3rd or 2nd hardest schedule on the MRPI. I think we have to get ready for this conference. So those games are to hopefully help us prepare, make adjustments, find out what our weaknesses are, find out what our strengths are as a program, and hopefully get better by the time we play the conference schedule.
Coach, that formula worked well for you guys last year in spite of all of the changes and stops. You finished 3rd in the Heart. That is an accomplishment in itself. You punched your ticket to the national tournament last year. So, from a macro level, a lot of coaches would be satisfied with that. But I know you as a coach, you're not going to say that. We need to get even higher. What is it from last year do you think you can apply to this year? Or is it, hey, this is a whole new year. We got to go forward with what it's going to be right in front of us right now?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to be proud of your accomplishments as a team, So we are definitely proud of what we accomplished last year. But one thing that we've been stressing all preseason and talking with our players is that, unfortunately, last year is last year. And so we can use that to build off of for this year. But we can't go back and depend on last year for this year. This year is a totally different season. The teams are going to be better. Everybody's going to be prepared. Everybody's going to be better. Everybody's recruited. Everybody's gotten stronger. Everybody wants to improve or continue to do what they were doing. And so we've just talked about, hey, last year was great and we enjoyed it. And we talked about it a lot, but now we're moving forward and we're looking for this year. But we can definitely use things that we did last year. So.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this conference, and also let's talk about your national ranking. You come into this season ranked 21st nationally. And as you mentioned here, Hart's got 4 teams that are ranked in the top 25. Does that national ranking add to the pressure for your team, or is it just another tough game here inside the Hart Conference? And I mean, this is just what it is here when you play in this conference.
No, I think everybody knows that this is a hard conference, and there's going to be teams that you might play that aren't ranked in the top 25 in our conference. It should be, or receiving votes. And I don't think it adds extra pressure. I just think it's something that you work for and you accomplish, and that's good. But we want to just continue to go. We have our goals and our things that we want to accomplish as a program. Obviously, being ranked is a positive thing. But at the end of the day, there's other goals that we're looking to achieve and trying to build off of. But that does help get things started.
Yeah. Well, there's no doubt that you're a Viking through and through. You played for Coach Simic for 4 years. You've had 7 seasons with at least 11 wins. I mean, you've pretty much done it all at that school at Missouri Valley. What is it about the college that you love so much, and you work so hard to improve the women's side?
I mean, Missouri Valley is my home. I've been here since I was 18 years old. Obviously, I'm from Independence, so not too far away.
Yeah.
And it's just something that when I got here and I got a job, I just kind of was like, oh, this is good. The people are definitely what's important. I feel like everybody fits in at Missouri Valley. I feel like everybody, it's a home. The people make the place, it's a very awesome place. And I've always wanted to build that in my program as well, to where people want to be here because not only the school and the soccer team is good, but also because the program and the players itself make it an awesome place to call home. And I think we do that.
There's somebody that you know very well that's been inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2018. That would be Lindsay.
Yes, my wife. Yes.
Yes. So, I mean, it's a family affair when it comes to this school for you guys.
My wife was a little bit better of an athlete when she was in college than I was in college. So yes, for sure.
Oh, wow. All right. Let's talk about expectations, because, fans, media's got expectations. Coaches have expectations. Players do too. How do you manage those expectations, and where are they as you head into the start of the non-conference schedule?
Yeah, I think you have to always be realistic with your program and be realistic with your players and your coaching staff. And hey, what are our goals? And how do we achieve those goals? And so we evaluate those as a program every year. And I mean, obviously, our goal coming off of last season is to compete for the conference championship. Compete for the conference championship, compete to qualify for a national tournament bid, and the ultimate goal is to win a national championship. But obviously, there's steps to those goals, and you have to try to stay in line with the goals. So first and foremost is to win the conference. If not win the conference, can compete for an at-large bid to the national tournament, and if you do that, you have a chance. You're one of 40 teams. So.
Well, the women's and men's team at Missouri Valley are very, very strong. Looks like you're going to have another strong season. Coach Drew Hawkins, we thank you for your time, and we wish you the best of luck this season. It was fun chatting with you. We'll be watching.
Thank you, Nick. We appreciate it. Valley will roll.
All right.